Did you know that 1 out of 4 adults help a family member or loved one who has a physical or cognitive disability, who is ill, or who is frail due to older age? These helpers are referred to as caregivers, and while the job can be rewarding, it can also be difficult. Luckily, in Montgomery County, there are many resources for them. And the Montgomery County's Caregiver Support Program is a good place to start.
A caregiver is someone who is a loved one, a spouse, a relative, or even a friend who is providing day-to-day care for someone who is living in their own home. That caregiver is oftentimes also working. They are double dutying with their own family responsibilities, but also their need to hold down a job and have their own community and private responsibilities. So this caregiver is someone who has stepped up, or because of their relationship with the person who they're caring for, it has been thrust upon them to be that available person. Montgomery County's Caregiver Support Program is integrated in our Health and Human Services Area Office on Aging, and its purpose is to ensure that the programs and services provided by Montgomery County are well coordinated and provide valuable service for family caregivers.
So one of the fastest growing demographics in our county is our seniors. And as our seniors age, our seniors run into lots of issues: Alzheimer's, dementia, health issues. So one aspect of Montgomery County that I'm so very proud of is that we are a very compassionate county, and we are compassionate towards those who take care of their loved ones, because it is a lot of work to take care of a loved one who is suffering in any way. So anytime you can get help from a county-funded program that will relieve that burden, it's a real blessing.
At Montgomery County, what we see are caregivers really being pushed to the limit. Maybe at the beginning, it was easy. The person who they're providing care for, their illness or their decline wasn't that acute. But unless there's a breakthrough, that person who is ill continues to get ill. And what we see, particularly with someone who is a family caregiver for an older adult, the illness, whether it is Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, will continue to decline. And for the family caregiver, what we see is that person gradually getting out of their depth. They start to have to take more time off work. They have to spend more money providing care for that person. Gradually, they're starting to be on call 24 hours a day. So that family caregiver or a friend gradually sees their life decline, their health decline. Montgomery County has very close relationships with many community partners. 3 of our key programs that support family caregivers are the Alzheimer's Association, Respite Montgomery, and Holy Cross Hospital's Family Caregiver Resource Centre.
The Caregiver Resource Center is something that we set up to help caregivers of families. It is under the umbrella of the Medical Adult Daycare Center. We have a resource library for family and professional caregivers, and we have a helpline where I talk to a lot of people over the phone and do whatever we can, suggest resources or refer them to some other source other than us that can help them.
Holy Cross Health offers 7 support groups each week at the Silver Spring location and 1 meeting in Gaithersburg. All are free.
Well, 3 years ago, my wife was diagnosed at age 67 as an Alzheimer's patient, and we've been living with that. I brought my wife to the Adult Day program in January of this year, and as time has passed, she looks forward to being with the people, and it provides 6 hours of daily activities, including a hot meal, and it keeps her living at home. As long as I'm bringing her over here, I've transferred my allegiance from the Walter Reed Adult Caregiver Support Group to the Caregiver Support Group here at Holy Cross. And the people are wonderful. They're caring. Our group has about a dozen people, of whom I'm the only guy. So we meet on Fridays, and we commiserate with one another. We have resources here. Our boss, and it makes life a lot easier for me. I appreciate it. Thanks.
We don't have a set agenda. It is whatever issues that the people that are attending at that particular group bring with them, whether it's trying to find resources, looking for solutions, sharing their grief or their anger or their loneliness or whatever. It's a safe place where they can express their emotions in a confidential meeting with people who are going through the same things they are and can really understand what it is that they're enduring or whatever, and offer support. And one of the biggest things that happens in the groups is the bonding among the members.
So Sister Kathy has been providing these support groups for decades, and has comforted and brought together many family members who can relate to each other, who can find comfort in each other.
My mother has dementia. She was diagnosed in October of 2010, and here we are at 2017. But that's what brought me to you. Now, why have I stayed? Because of the care and the support and the camaraderie. You get a feel for what's coming ahead of you, because there are people who have been where you are and are even further, and everybody is struggling. And so you share their struggles and help to understand your own better. And just the support, just to know I'm not the only one out here dealing with it.
For more information about the Holy Cross Resource Center, please call 301-754-7152 or go to holycrosshealth.org/Caregivers Resource Center. Affiliated with Holy Cross Resource Center, the Alzheimer's Association is another partner with Montgomery County that offers free caregiver classes and support groups.
We are the leading voluntary health organization in Alzheimer's research, care, and support. Our mission is to reduce the risk of dementia through the advancement of research and to enhance care and support for those living with the disease, to reduce the risk of dementia through the promotion of brain health. We also invest in research while taking care of families and helping them today with our care and support programs. So our Alzheimer's Association National Capital Area Chapter provides programs and services in 5 counties in suburban and southern Maryland, the District of Columbia, and 11 counties in Virginia. And we cover 5.7 million people in an area of over 5,500 square miles. So a lot of the work that we do is made possible thanks to our hundreds of volunteers and community partners. And here in Montgomery County, our largest partner is the Montgomery County Department of Health and Human Services. We offer community education on a wide variety of topics, ranging from what to know about memory loss. A lot of times people want to know what is the difference between typical aging and the warning signs for the disease. So that's a very popular program. We also offer another one called The Basics, where we talk about memory loss, dementia, Alzheimer's, different forms of dementia. We offer community education presentations on topics such as enhancing communication, programs for folks in the early stage. So we have this series called Living with Alzheimer's series. It's a 3-part program, and we actually offer 2 tracks. for the person that has just been diagnosed who is in the early stages, and one for the family caregiver. So we know that once the diagnosis is made, that both the person that has just been diagnosed and their caregivers have a lot of questions that need to be answered. So this program is especially designed for them. In addition, we just started a brand new program called the Savvy Caregiver, and that's to offer family caregivers more information about the changes that their loved ones are going to experience as they progress through the disease. And we also emphasize in that program the importance of the caregiver taking care of themselves, because how stressful it can be for family caregivers, and many times they don't know where to turn. So this 5-week intense program runs on 5 consecutive weeks. They are each 2 hours in length, and there's homework assignments for the caregiver. And every session always starts with, what did you do to take care of yourself? And who have you asked for help? Because we know that this is a commitment of 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can't do it alone. You have to ask for help. There's also, of course, professional trainings for healthcare providers. We offer support groups. Here in Montgomery County, we host over 18 monthly support groups for family caregivers.
For more information about the Alzheimer's Association, please call 1-800-272-3900 or go to alz.org. Another valuable resource for caregivers is Respite Care, offered through the ARC Montgomery County.
The ARC Montgomery County is a local nonprofit that supports children, youth, adults, and seniors with and without intellectual disabilities. We also support their families, and each day we directly impact over 600 lives in the community and elsewhere. For 21 years, the ARC Montgomery County has delivered the system of respite care. In a nutshell, respite is a break for caregivers. Respite care eligibility is designed for the live-in, unpaid primary caregiver who supports a child with a challenging behavior, a child or adult with a functional disability, a child or adult with an intellectual disability, and our biggest population, frail seniors. Although families love taking care of their loved ones in their home, caregiving is emotionally and physically overwhelming. Therefore, respite allows them to take the much-needed break they need to do things just for themselves. Some families use their respite hours to go to church or temple. Other families will go see relatives or grandchildren they haven't seen in a long time because they have the overwhelming duty of taking care of a loved one. With funding from the Montgomery County Department of Health and Human Services, state and federal funding, the ARC is allowed to deliver the system of respite care in Montgomery County. Each year, a family will apply or renew the respite application. Depending on the funding availability, families will be given respite hours. These respite hours can be used in many different ways. Respite can be delivered in the home, a therapeutic program, a camp, or even a respite facilities. Some of our seniors even use their respite hours to attend an adult medical day program. Respite is very important because caregiving is very overwhelming, both physically and emotionally. Caregivers deserve a break.
For more information about respite care, please call 301-984-5777 or go to the arcmontgomerycounty.org.
Caregiving is a task, and it requires both knowledge of what are the needs of the person you're caring for and balance in the caregiver's life.
So whether it's respite care, support groups and programs, educational resources, or telephone assistance, the Montgomery County government and its partners are there to help caregivers and their loved ones. For more information, please call 240-777-3000 or go to montgomerycountymd.gov/HHS.